What about questions?
Oh yeah, we got a question. I forgot. Thank you. I wasn't even opening the doc. I just had the lower corner open. So, if you want your question read on the show, you should tweet at us at Tower Casuals or email us at towercasuals@gmail.com or find the episode post on Instagram at Tower Casuals, just like Joasis did via Instagram. He says, "What are y'all most excited for in the Witch Queen? Are y'all ever going to play with listeners? And last one, what is y'all's favorite exotic weapon across Destiny 1 and 2? So, the Witch Queen, like, what am I most excited for? I don't know. The fact that I'm more, I guess the story stuff is what I'm really excited for. I'm always excited to play through a new campaign, like a real campaign. Not, I mean, like the seasonal stuff's fine, right? The story stuff and the seasonal stuff is fine, but like, I want that, hey, let's go in, let's play these levels, let's play them, let's get through them, and then we'll get to the end game where there's quests that, expand on the story. Also, the Titan armor doesn't...
I'm ready for a new raid.
Yeah, that's probably it too. I'm always looking forward to a new raid, especially because like I don't I don't get to raid very often anymore. Just like we said earlier, schedules and timing and stuff. But I mean, there's still Destiny 2 raids I haven't done. So
I everyone gets pumped and energized when there's like a new drop. So I mean, like, it'll be easier to match up and play stuff then. Just it always is. I like fighting Hive. What's your favorite enemy type to kill? What a question. Who do you like to kill?
Well, it's not Hive because of Exploding Thrall and Sword Knights. I feel bad saying Fallen because we're friends now. So
You should feel bad.
I do feel bad a little bit. Cabal are always fun, just because they're the biggest and they always look the most menacing because they're the biggest, I guess.
Their heads pop.
I know they do, especially with that Firefly perk. It's real fun.
I've always liked killing Hive.
Yeah.
I wasn't like a huge fan of the Taken when they were introduced. I thought that some of the level design around it was cool, where you'd like have like these black spots that when you look into them, it wasn't really. It's like a black hole where you think it's empty space, but it's actually a 3-dimensional object. Like, I always thought that was really cool because you look at it from one angle and it looks just like black, and then you look and it's actually like a ball, and then you look into it and then you can see like space. Like, I thought that was always really neat.
Yeah.
But I never really liked like killing them for some reason, because they just felt like Hive, like they like Black Hive.
Yeah.
But I like killing Hive a lot. I like killing Thrall. I miss the lanterns from Crota. The little lantern thing where you have to like hit the lanterns.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm ready for a new raid. I want a new raid. Like, I want like a new raid. As much as I'll play King's Fall.
Yeah.
I want a new one. But I want it to be on level, on par with that.
Yeah. I think that this is like, I mean, not that I didn't enjoy Deepstone. It definitely didn't hit a mark for me. Like it was fun, and what, like, I would totally run it again, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. It just didn't feel like it didn't hit the marks that I felt like I wanted a raid to hit, I don't know. It just didn't feel big enough.
I like it. I like Deepstone a lot. I like that area a lot. I like the art style.
Yeah, I like the aesthetic of the raid, and I like the weapons and stuff that you get from it. I just felt like I don't know what it was about it. That first encounter after the bubbles, I guess, it just, maybe I'm just like not doing anything. I feel like maybe like I feel like maybe that's part of it, where I was just like ad clearing, and then after you guys were done downstairs, hit the middle, light middle
Right.
or whatever, and it's just like, okay, I guess I'll blow up this tank now.
I think that part of your the synapses that register whenever you play a raid for the first time, I think dictate your future enjoyment and overall enjoyment of the raid. And I would agree that like being taken through a raid, like once everyone's like well established, like oh, we know what to do and we'll give you this job since you don't have this, or like we don't want to have to explain something to you. If you're not part of figuring it out, it's definitely not fun or as fun. I don't enjoy it. I don't like watching Rick Kakis's videos before I go into a raid if I've never played it. I just don't like it. I like to figure it out, or at least like have someone kind of explain to me a little bit of like what's gonna happen while I'm in the room. Otherwise, like I don't think I would like it. So I totally get that. I don't think I would enjoy it if someone was just like, okay, here, just shoot this thing, and be like, oh, all right. I mean, all right.
Yeah, and because like by the time I got to run it with you guys, like you guys had already run it like 4 or 5 times at that point, and it's like
I think at that point we had like gotten a lot of the clears for any of the achievements or whatever, your triumphs and stuff like that out of the way. Like we had done it a significant amount of time.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe that was part of it, but I mean I didn't feel like that way when we ran Vault though the other day or a couple weeks ago, but I mean I guess that's because I've run Vault so many times in D1 that this just didn't feel that different either.
Right.
So
well, I would say whatever the next raid is, I know that when we play a raid day one that we're not going to finish it. Like I'm well aware of that. Or I mean maybe we would, but that's not my expectation. But I still love playing it on day one. I love going in to experience it before anyone has a chance to tell me anything about it.
Yeah.
Love it. And I don't ever want to lose that. I'll want to play it on day one, whatever it is.
Yeah. Maybe when it comes out, I'll try to jump in on that day one thing. Because like maybe that's it. Because like for King's Fall and Wrath and Leviathan, it was all day one for me. And I enjoyed it immensely, and I don't know. I guess I also, like you said, like I hate being the one that's like tagging along. It feels like sometimes now because just time constraints and whatever. But also when we ran Scourge of the Past last year, I didn't feel that way though. So I don't know. I feel like I'm running around circles on this question now at this point, but, are we ever going to play with listeners? I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, I know we just kind of had the thing at the top of the show where we said we didn't care about LFG stuff, but I think, community interaction is still important in this game.
What do you want to play, Joasis?
Yeah.
What are we playing? Playing Crucible?
What are you buying?
We're doing, what are you selling? I mean, I'm not opposed to that. I'm a fairly awkward individual. I think we all are.
Yeah.
In our own ways.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not opposed to playing with anybody. But I gotta temper the expectations. Like I don't think playing with a listener on a raid the first time would be the best idea. Maybe I could be wrong too. You could be a great addition to the team.
Right.
I don't want to.
Right.
But like, I feel like when you get into those I've played a lot with people, Destiny specifically, where like it doesn't end well.
Yeah.
I don't know what about the game that like also can bring out some of the worst aggro in people, but it definitely happens. I've done like Nightfall LFGs and had people like rage quit in the middle of a Nightfall and be like, what happened?
Yeah.
You got booped. We all get booped. It happens.
It's just the game. The architects will always kill you at some point.
Oh, the architects.
The Misadventures too.
So that was my first clan name, was the Misadventurers Union. It was good. I mean, it wasn't a good clan. I mean, it was a fine clan, but there was just like clearly not enough involvement.
Yeah. I mean,
so I didn't know what they did. So
yeah, I want to get to that point with the Tower Casuals clan. I've never really like promoted it either, though.
Perfect time, Joasis. Join the Tower Casuals clan. You'll be able to see when we're online, and if we do an LFG, you'll get a little invite, and feel free to join up. How's that?
Yeah. That's something I never like really just thought to like promote the clan. I guess I just was like, oh well, we'll keep it to friends until we decide what to do with it. But there we go, it's out there now. Tower Casuals podcast clan. Maybe I'll just put it in a link through the Twitter account or whatever.
Do it.
Yeah. So join up. We've got some engrams waiting for you.
Get us that. Help us get that weekly loot.
Yeah.
Which is like the easiest thing. Remember when that used to be really broken and you would just get like whatever?
Yeah.
I remember like for a while I was part of like the IGN clan.
Yeah.
Or something, and I would like log in. It would just be like every drop would just be there. I'm like, all right.
Well, I remember when my daughter was born and I was still kind of playing on PlayStation and Xbox, and I logged into my PlayStation account at one point, and I just had like probably 20 engrams waiting at Hawthorne because my friends just kept playing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh man, that was so nice. So nice to just level up so quickly.
I feel like a lot of people like don't like stuff like that, but it doesn't bother me at all. Like
No.
I know that I still play the game. I don't have anything to prove.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't either. I would like to get some prisms, that's all. Can we add some prisms to the clan reward system? Give me some prisms.
Oh man, that would be, you know what? That would be way better.
Yeah.
I would rather have like, I guess not a lot of, anybody that runs like Grandmasters or anything, you get them like, we did a couple Grandmasters, a couple seasons ago, and you'll get like 10 prisms like per run.
Wow.
So I mean, man, that
would be more
Destiny
helpful
wanted
at
to
this
boot it
point.
up in it.
I think you should be able to like set Hawthorne's like rewards and say, hey, if I don't want engrams anymore, maybe I can get prisms or something, or at least cores, you know, to buy prisms, I guess.
Oh, the end. Yeah, or upgrade modules.
Yeah.
It's always feast or famine with all that stuff with me. Like I'll have so many upgrade modules, and then like a new season starts, and it's like now I got like 6.
Yeah.
Not great.
I did get like 15 enhancement cores yesterday for some reason as I was like killing stuff, and I was like,
oh shit,
neat. I was like, okay, cool. I'll just buy a prism since they don't want to drop for me.
I'll just take it's just so shitty that it's like you get this currency to get this currency to get this currency to get this currency.
I know. You buy or you get cores, and you can buy prisms with your cores, and then once you have enough prisms, you can buy the Ascendant shards, and it's like, oh my gosh, jeez. But let's see what. Okay, so the last question is, what's your favorite exotic weapon across all of Destiny? Man, I don't know. I have a lot of exotics that I use, but I don't know if they would be like my favorites. Xenophage is up there. It's pretty fun. Xenophage is fun.
I loved Xenophage until what happened to it recently.
They nerfed it. It doesn't fire as fast, but it fires more powerful, but you carry less ammo.
It's not great.
Yeah.
I used to love the Monte Carlo and Bad Juju. D1 Hawkmoon always has such a strong place in my heart. Like it was always so good.
Yeah. Hardlight has like this weird special place for me because that was my first exotic, and like I know it's not great. It's not like a great exotic. It's good, I guess, when you're like fighting, when there's like that shield burn on where like you have to match what is it called? Match something shield, where you have to like match the elements with the shield or whatever. Like it's a useful weapon there. But like, I don't know. Hardlight always has had a weird soft spot for me because it was my first. Always remember your first. I see you going through Destiny in the back, and you're
Yeah, I'm
picture
looking.
back there.
So I'm looking at my blueprints in D1 just to see what's even here. And like
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the blueprint stuff.
oh shit, here's more things.
So
Oh man, when they introduced swords.
yeah, swords were cool. Remember when you had to grind? You had to like find the stuff.
That one
the
little
loop. The
pit,
loop. Yeah.
right, and you had to like you had to like kill someone within a certain amount of time with with a certain subclass to get this like that specific sword.
Yeah. God, that was so awful. Or like the Touch of Malice quest was also something that like I remember not so fondly.
Oh man, I remember one of my favorite guns in D1 that I used non-stop until like they kept nerfing it and then it got nerfed into the ground was the icebreaker,
Oh yeah.
where it would like automatically refill the magazine
Yeah.
and you could basically just like keep shooting it if you like time it slow enough.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so great. And then they eventually did something where it's just like
It
drew from the magazine eventually, I think, like so it wouldn't just be infinite.
Well, it wasn't just that though. They changed the entire light leveling system, and they didn't bring all the year one stuff forward.
Right.
Which,
so yeah, like
yeah.
And that's when Galahorn, like the Galahorn 2 is not great.
Yeah.
But I don't know, there were so many cool guns.
Yeah.
And I'm only really thinking of guns. I'm not really thinking of like class armors or anything like that, but like
I mean, Jade Rabbit was cool for me, for somebody who sucks at headshots.
Jade Rabbit, I always feel like Jade Rabbit was cooler like looking than I actually liked. And a lot of the exotic guns are like that with me. Like,
yeah,
I like how they look and sound more than they.
Yeah.
Oh man, I get to rank up.
Yeah. I guess the first time we went and built Sleeper Simulant, that was a cool experience.
Oh man,
it was hard trying to figure that out.
I hope Icebreaker comes back. I really do. I don't know what you would do to make it.
I mean, they would totally have to change the gun though, right? Like they would have to change the perks and the exotic perk especially, right? Like I mean, I feel like they would totally have to change that.
I feel like you would almost have to.
Yeah. Queenbreaker's bow and the Lord of Wolves were cool.
Mm-hmm.
Lord of Wolves is still cool. Kind of sucks now, but it was cool. There's a lot of cool things. Also, Titan stuff, like learning how to pair armor with weapons. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember when everybody figured out how to pair Axiom War Rig with Sweet Business. That was funny.
Husk of the Pit is the first gun in that stage.
Yeah.
Before you upgrade it to Necrochasm.
Yeah, Necrochasm, that's what it was called. I think I said Necromancer. I knew that wasn't right.
I think there's another one in there. And the only reason why I know is because my character in D1 right now has Husk of the Pit in there, and that's the only reason why I would have that in there.
Remember in D1 where if you kept Kvostov,
yeah,
that it just turned into the exotic version after like you skipped like 4 steps of the quest or whatever. That was cool.
I think that's one of the ones I have in here.
Which is funny because I actually kept it from the New Light quest that I did with my Warlock, because you still get it in Destiny 2 with the New Light quest, and I just put it in my vault. I'm like, maybe they'll bring it back. And like the perks were cool.
I've heard that if you use that though, I hear in like Crucible, because it balances your light level, that it's decent.
Oh really?
It used to be. I don't know if that's still true or not.
I kept it though from the New Light quest because I was like, well, if they do that again, maybe they'll just keep it again.
Yeah. Oh man, this game looks so janky.
I know. Dude, when you turn the camera and it runs at sub 30, oh my gosh, it's like so jarring.
Eris Morn looks weird.
Yeah. Well, she always looks weird, but
she's I mean, I'd give her the time of day.
By the way, I looked up the Eris Morn statue because like the Drifter one, I have the Drifter one and the Exo Stranger one.
Uh-huh.
And Eris is the next one that's being released. Do not Google search Eris Morn statue. There's a lot of awkward fan art of Eris out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's
That's kind of weird. I mean, I get whatever.
DeviantArt made it to mainstream.
Always.
It's kind of scary.
Activate fan.
So yeah.
Fans active.
So we're approaching the 2-hour mark. We're gonna skip lore corner this week. We're gonna probably just wrap this up. We could, don't get me wrong, talk about D1 stuff and D2. Like I could just talk about memories all day, but let's be honest, got to get up early. Kids, I'm sure my kids will wake up 3 or 4 times tonight, which will be fun. By the way, the other night my daughter, there's a chair in her room and she likes to get out of her bed at like 2:00 in the morning and go sleep in the chair, and she'll just sleep in the chair all night.
Oh, that sounds so creepy.
Yeah. Well, the other day she fell asleep while climbing out of her bed and she cracked her mouth open.
Oh, jeez.
But then she just fell asleep on the floor. She cried for like 5 seconds and then fell asleep on the floor. So that was fun.
That kids, man, they don't. I don't know. They don't ever really like. I feel like you kind of have to let them do crap like that so that they like know not to do it. Because you could tell her 1,000 times like, don't climb out of your crib, don't do this, just stay here. And like it's like I want to keep you safe, but ultimately like they're gonna do it and then they'll get hurt and then they won't do it again.
Yeah, or they will, and they'll just.
They will.
They'll just be. Oh man, it's funny. I was. My daughter and my nephews. My nephews were over here today, and they were playing today. And my daughter was like underneath her little desk table thing, and like kicking it up against the wall. I'm like, "Don't do that! Don't do that!" And she kicked it so hard that like she has like this big Minnie Mouse house thing. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you're aware of the Disney Plus cartoon Minnie's Bow Tunes.
No.
My daughter is super obsessed with. Well, we got her the Bow Tunes house, and it was sitting on the desk. She kicked the table so hard that it fell on her, and instead of like crying like a normal person, she thought it was hilarious and then did it again. So
yikes.
While I was sitting there playing Destiny through the cloud on my laptop because they were watching Bow Tunes. So
not great.
Yeah, and my 9-year-old nephew was like watching Destiny, thought it was the coolest game he's ever seen. Because like he's not old enough to play those. They don't let him play Halo or anything because he's 9, right? Like, I mean, I was like, well, I guess I started playing GoldenEye when I was 9 or 10, 11, 10-ish. I don't know. But
I mean, I'll let Roman play Destiny as soon as he's able to and be a competent player.
Yeah.
None of this. I'm not going to let him play now because he's not going to be good.
Yeah.
That's the only real thing that's stopping me.